Welcome to KBTE Teacher Education Channel. In this class, we are going to discuss about philosophy of language learning in respective of linguistic, social, and academic demands. So this topic is very useful in B.Ed first semester for the subject of pedagogy of English. Philosophy of language learning is concerned with four central problems. They are the nature of meaning, and second one language use, and third one language cognition, and fourth one relationship between language and reality. If you want to learn English, it is necessary to understand what is the philosophy of language. So, in learning of language, what is the nature of meaning of each and every word in English, and how we are going to use language in our daily life. It may be Telugu, Hindi, or English, whatever it may be. And what is the language cognition? Means that when we are going to use a language, thinking is going to play an important role. When you are going to think by using brain or mind, then only there is a possibility of forming sentences whether in English or any other language. And next one is, here it is necessary to understand what is the relation between language and reality in society, in day to day life. When we are going to use a language, actually how we are using a language, and what is the reality of language in our day to day life, how language is existing on this planet, why different languages are there in a different areas, and how expressions are going to play an important role using language. So these things we need to understand for the purpose of learning English. So next, in this one, we are going to discuss about language in the perspective of linguistic. Linguistic means what? The study of language in a scientific manner. The person who is going to study, that person is going to called as linguistic. So here, language is impressive and a fascinating human capacity. Because of language only, human beings are getting impression in the society, and whatever capacities we are acquiring because of the language itself only. If there is no language, you cannot exist on this planet. At the same time, it is necessary to improve your skills and abilities. Means that improvement of skills, improvement of abilities completely depends upon language itself only. And it is also completely powerful and a complex system. Why it is a powerful and a complex system means, because of language only we can do anything on this planet. Language is going to create many resources for the purpose of doing, even for earning, even for living also. What is going to play an important role? Language is going to play an important role. At the same time, it is also complex system. Why it is a complex system means, uh, for the purpose of learning a language, we are going to use our scientific parts. Means that in our mouth parts, whatever parts are there for the purpose of producing language, so these parts are going to, we are going to use. At the same time, in language, what will be there? Grammar will be there, expressions will be there. Because of that reason, language is a complex system and it is not an easy task. And here, if you want to understand what is the science of the language and what is the complex system of language, then it is going to be called as linguistic. The science of this complex system is called as linguistic. And here, linguistics are going to understand, or linguistics are going to confront difficult foundational, methodological, and conceptual issues. So in studying human language, the linguist systematically give explanation to the language. So the person who is going to study the language, that person is going to called as linguistics. and these people are going to study the language in a systematic manner, in a scientific manner. After studying about language in a systematic manner only, these people, means that linguists, are going to explain about the language in a systematic manner. So if you concentrate on the language, so here first one, the syntax. Syntax is organization of language, its expressions, phrases, and sentences. So whatever expressions we are going to use in language, whatever phrases, phrase means what? Part of the sentence or complete sentence. So for the purpose of explaining about these areas, what is going to play an important role? Syntax. Syntax is going to form expression, syntax is going to organize phrases, and syntax is going to organize sentences. Means that when you read any sentence in English or any other language, so their syntax, study of the sentence, is going to play an important role. And next, second one, semantics. Semantics is the way of expressions exhibit meaning. Mean that semantics is connected with the meaning of words and sentences. So any sentence is there, so that sentence can be understood only if it is meaningful. So that meaningful sentence is going to be called as semantics. Means that whatever words, whatever sentences we are going to use in our daily life, if there is a meaning for that sentence and those words, that is going to be called as semantics. And next one, the pragmatics. The pragmatics is practice of communication in which expressional way. Means that pragmatics is practice of communication, means what? Whatever values are there, by following a values, when you are going to do the communication, when you are going to do the practice of communication, then that is going to be called as pragmatics. And next, the study of syntax started in 1960 from the work of Noam Chomsky, who reached the earlier behaviorist and structuralism movements in linguistics. He emphasizes on the study of syntax and semantics to uncover cognitive structures. He tried to find communality among all known natural languages. Means that in all languages, Noam Chomsky tried to find out the communality. Means that common issues which are there in all languages and how people are using language in their community. So these all are explained by Noam Chomsky. He found that pragmatics was how meaning and truth are situated in the concrete practice of linguistic communication. Means that concrete means what? Abstract means what? So here we need to understand what is concrete and what is abstract, which is available in psychology. Means that whatever things we can see, those things are going to be called as concrete. We can see, we can touch, we can visualize, those things are going to be called as concrete. Abstract means what? The things which we cannot touch, the things which cannot see, so those areas are going to be called as abstract things. So for example, abstract things, love, angry, so these all are going to be called as abstract words. Concrete words means, for example, pen, pencil, duster, chalk piece, these all are going to be called as concrete objects. And another linguist, Whittington, contributed to vast variety of uses of linguistic expressions and their meaning. So this is about linguistic. And next, second one, social. Secondly, they seek to understand what speaker and listener do with language in communication and how it is used socially. In society, when we are going to use a language, how speaker is going to use a language, how listener is going to receive, and how listener is going to respond when they are going to use communication at social level. topics of language learning, language creations, speech acts, etc., which are going to play an important role. So generally, how language related to the minds of both speaker and listener. When people are going to use language in society, both listener and speaker, they are going to use the language. That language is completely related to mind itself only, because whatever we are going to express with people, whatever we are going to express in society, so that is going to take place first in mind only, then only we are going to respond with the people. So that's why mind of each and every individual is going to play an important role in use of the language. So that then only there is a possibility of translation of words into other words. So when there is a communication between two individual, not only they are going to do communication, first they will do their own communication, then only they will do communication with other పర్సన్. అంటే ఫస్ట్ తనకు తానుగా కమ్యూనికేషన్ చేసుకున్న తర్వాత ఇతర వ్యక్తులతో కమ్యూనికేట్ అవ్వడం అన్నది జరుగుతుంది. అండ్ హియర్ whatever language which is available in the society, that language is going to be governed by social conventions, social traditions. ఇక్కడ కన్వెన్షన్స్ అంటే ఏంటి? సాంప్రదాయాలు అంటాం, విలువలు అంటాం. అంటే భాష కంట్రోల్ చేసేదంతా కూడా ఎవరు అంటే సొసైటీ కంట్రోల్ చేస్తుంది. అంటే ఇన్ ఫేవర్ ఆఫ్ సొసైటీ ఓన్లీ వెన్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు స్పీక్ సంథింగ్ రాంగ్, దెన్ ఆటోమేటికల్లీ సొసైటీ విల్ క్రిటిసైజ్ యూ, society will reject you, society will alert you. This is the not way of talking with society. Because of that reason, there is a possibility of making corrections in our language. Why? Because society is controlling you, society is dominating you, society is governing you. Because of that reason only you are going to learn language. It is nothing but you are going to learn language by the support of society itself only, because society is going to identify your mistakes and society is going to give a corrections to your language. So this is about social aspect. And next, third one, academic demands. Language is most important factor in academic success. In the field of education, if children want to get education for the purpose of completing their education, for the purpose of completing their academic aspects, what is going to play an important role? Language is going to play an important role. Why? Means it is the base of all academic subjects and thoughts, because whatever subjects we are going to learn in our day-to-day life, so all subjects are having base of language itself only. Without language you cannot learn science, you cannot learn social, you cannot learn mathematics. Whatever subjects are available, for the purpose of learning all these subjects, what is going to play an important role? Language is going to play an important role. So here a group of national experts have listed out the importance of language in academics, how language is going to play an important role in academic. About that area, a group of national experts have pointed out some statements. They are reasoning abstractly and quantitatively, constructing viable arguments and critiquing reasoning of others, and next one, constructing explanations and designing solutions, engaging in arguments from evidence, asking questions, defining problems. So these all are the listed points which are going to play an important role in language in academics. Because of these areas only, for example, when you are going to engage in arguments with anybody, so there we are going to do arguments because of evidence only. So that evidence is going to available in English itself only. Next, whatever topic we are learning, whatever concept we are learning, while learning we are going to ask questions, and also we are going to define problems, and we are going to give solutions to these problems. So these important listed points are going to play an important role in learning of language, and also for the purpose of completing your academic issues. And academic success is always depends upon these areas only. So this is about philosophy of language learning, linguistic, social, academic demands we have discussed in this video. and this is very useful for Bachelor of Education in first semester in the subject of Pedagogy of English at primary level. Thank you.